Celebrities that have killed people. When we think of celebrities, we often picture glamour, talent, and larger-than-life lifestyles. But beneath the red carpet smiles and flashing cameras, some stars have been involved in shocking and life-altering events that include taking another person's life. Whether through tragic accidents or darker circumstances, these stories reveal a side of fame most would never expect. This isn't just about headlines or rumors. These are real incidents that change lives forever. From courtroom drama to public outrage, the impact of these moments is unforgettable. Get ready to uncover the chilling stories of celebrities whose actions left an indelible mark, not just on their careers, but on the lives of those they affected. O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson's case is one that continues to haunt pop culture to this day. A former NFL star and celebrated athlete, Simpson rose to fame in the 1970s, earning the nickname The Juice for his electrifying performances on the field. He won the prestigious Heisman Trophy in 1968 and became a Hall of Famer, securing his place as one of football's greatest players. Beyond sports, Simpson was a charismatic public figure, appearing in commercials, movies, and television shows, making him a household name even outside the realm of football. But in 1994, the once-beloved icon became the focus of one of the most shocking murder investigations in history. The brutal killings of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend Ron Goldman outside her Los Angeles home turned his life and his public image into a dark and deeply controversial story. The case quickly became a media frenzy with intense public interest surrounding the trial. Simpson's legal team, led by Johnny Cochran, famously argued that the police had mishandled evidence and that Simpson was being targeted because of his race. Despite a mountain of evidence, including bloody gloves and DNA evidence linking Simpson to the crime scene, the jury controversially acquitted him after a lengthy and highly publicized trial. While Simpson may have been acquitted of the double homicide, many still believe he was responsible for the deaths. In 2007, Simpson was found guilty of armed robbery and kidnapping charges related to a separate incident, and he spent time in prison. In 2008, a civil court found Simpson liable for the deaths of Nicole and Ron, ordering him to pay a hefty amount in damages to the victims' families. To this day, O.J. Simpson's involvement in the murders remains a controversial and tragic chapter in his life. Vince Neil, the charismatic frontman of the legendary rock band Motley Crue, is another celebrity whose life took a tragic turn due to a fatal accident. Known for his wild rock and roll lifestyle, Neil's career was often defined by excess, fast cars, heavy partying, and a constant pursuit of thrill. But in 1984, that lifestyle would lead to one of the most devastating events of his life. The fatal crash occurred when Neil was behind the wheel, heavily intoxicated by alcohol and driving at high speeds. His car collided with another vehicle, resulting in the death of his friend Razzle, the drummer of the Finnish rock band Hanoi Rocks. 2 other passengers in the car were seriously injured, but the loss of Razzle hit especially hard, as both musicians had shared a deep friendship. Neil was arrested and charged with vehicular manslaughter, a charge that would forever change his life. In 1985, he pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 30 days in jail, though he served only 15. Despite the legal consequences, the emotional toll of the crash continued to haunt Neil. The grief and anger surrounding the accident affected not just Neil, but the surviving members of Hanoi Rocks, who were left devastated by the loss of their bandmate. While Neil's career continued to soar with Motley Crue, the tragedy of Razzle's death remained a dark shadow over his legacy. Fans and critics alike criticized his reckless behavior and the culture of excess that defined the rock and roll lifestyle, forever tying Vince Neil's name to one of the most tragic moments in rock history. Matthew Broderick. Matthew Broderick, best known for his iconic role as Ferris Bueller in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, was a beloved Hollywood star in the 1980s. With his charming demeanor and quick wit, Broderick quickly became a household name. He was on the rise in his career, earning a Golden Globe nomination and captivating audiences with his performances in both comedy and drama. But beneath the surface of his Hollywood stardom, Broderick's life took a devastating turn that would forever change his story. In 1987, Broderick was involved in a fatal car accident in Ireland that shocked the world. On August 5th, just days before his then-girlfriend Jennifer Grey's breakthrough in Dirty Dancing, Broderick was behind the wheel of a rented BMW 316. The couple was traveling from Irvinstown to Maguire's Bridge when, after stopping for directions at a gas station, they were warned by an off-duty policeman that their route was stupid. Despite the warning, they continued on their journey. After another stop to ask for directions, the rain-soaked roads turned deadly. At around 3 p.m. that day, Broderick's BMW veered into the opposite lane and collided head-on with another vehicle. The crash killed Anna Gallagher, 28, and her mother, Margaret Doherty, 63, instantly. Broderick was rushed to the hospital with severe injuries, including a broken leg and face cuts, while Grey suffered only minor injuries. Broderick's immediate concern was for the victims, repeatedly asking, "Did I hurt them? Did I hurt them?" However, the crash was far from over in its impact. The accident became an international scandal. Broderick was charged with causing death by dangerous driving, which carried a potential sentence of up to 5 years in prison. However, he ultimately pleaded guilty to the lesser charge of careless driving and was slapped with a mere $175 fine. The victim's family, particularly Margaret's son, Martin Doherty, publicly expressed their deep frustration with the outcome. They called the case a travesty of justice and felt that Broderick had gotten away too easily. A note of apology from Broderick was sent to the family, but there was no further contact or meeting. As the years passed, Broderick struggled to reconcile with the aftermath of the crash. He later admitted in an interview that the experience haunted him deeply. In 2002, he spoke about the crash with the New York Post, explaining that while he had come to terms with the tragedy, he would never forget the lives lost. His therapy sessions helped him work through the emotional burden, but the shadow of that fateful day would always be a part of him. The victim's family, on the other hand, found a path toward forgiveness. In 2002, Martin Doherty publicly stated that he had forgiven Broderick, acknowledging that the crash wasn't deliberate. Still, the dark chapter of Broderick's life continues to cast a long shadow over his career, a constant reminder of the consequences of reckless driving and the tragic loss it can cause. Felicia Pearson, known for her iconic role as Snoop on The Wire, had a life story that mirrored the tough streets of Baltimore, where the show was set. Before her career in entertainment, Pearson was convicted of second-degree murder at just 14 years old. The tragic incident occurred when she was involved in the fatal shooting of a teenage girl, a victim of circumstance rather than personal animosity. Pearson, who was aligned with individuals connected to the shooting, was convicted and sentenced to 2 consecutive 8-year terms. However, she served only 6.5 years due to good behavior, using her time to earn a GED and reflect on her life. After her release in 2000, Pearson faced the challenges of rebuilding her life with the stigma of a criminal record. Yet, her fortunes changed when she met actor Michael K. Williams, who played Omar on The Wire. Williams, impressed by Pearson's charisma and authenticity, invited her to the set of the show. Her real-life experiences became the foundation for her role as Snoop, a tough and brutal character who left a lasting impression on viewers. Pearson's portrayal was so compelling that she became a beloved figure in the entertainment world, and she went on to appear in hip-hop videos, reality shows, and even collaborate with famed director Spike Lee. Despite her success, Pearson's run-ins with the law were far from over. In 2011, she was caught up in a drug raid and charged with conspiracy to distribute heroin. The court proceedings were tumultuous, with Pearson initially being denied bail due to her celebrity status. However, she was eventually granted bail after spending a month in a holding cell. Pearson pled guilty to the charges and was sentenced to probation, avoiding further jail time as long as she adhered to the terms. Despite this setback, she maintained her career and continued to make strides in Hollywood, with her next project, Scot-Free, slated for release soon. The lives of these celebrities serve as a sobering reminder that fame and fortune do not shield anyone from making mistakes, some of which can have tragic consequences. Whether it's a violent crime, a reckless accident, or a dark past coming to light, these celebrities' stories are a stark reminder that everyone is accountable for their actions. What do you think about these stories? Do you believe that fame should come with greater responsibility? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content.